Good morning. Here is some Qigong for the element of metal, specifically for nourishing the lungs in this time of autumn in the UK and Europe, where metal and air energy is available to us, and we can take advantage of that by a specific breathing technique and a movement, all very simple. And so this is based on the bird Qigong from 5 Animal Frolics, and also on the theory of sound affecting the organs. So I'll go through some things, some nuances here, and then I'll stand up and show you the movement. This is a training video, so the idea is that you learn how to do the Qigong and then you do it by yourselves without the training video. So the sound of the metal element is S, so it's like a snake hissing. And when you finish the sound, there's a slight I, so it's actually SI, so it's C, but the main movement of the mouth is with the hissing, so we do an extended SSSSSS. The mouth position, we make it so that the teeth are stacked one above the other, so the top row of teeth is directly above the lower, and that requires that you extend the jaw forward a little bit, so you're kind of tightening the throat. So extend the jaw forward so the lower teeth are directly below the upper. And then you press the tongue against the lower row of teeth, and the S sound comes through the gap in between them, so it slightly passes over the surface of the lungs. So let's just try that. Taking a breath in a relaxed way, and then and when you really feel like you've finished the out breath, there's that little I at the end. The effect of this is to really empty out the lower lobes of the lungs where likely toxic air is dwelling, and then we refresh that with a nice in-breath. There's some other nuances before I stand up. So we are focusing on the lower body, we're focusing on the big toe, so the big toe is pressed down firmly. So one mental reflection would be on the big toe. Pressing the big toe down into the earth activates the yin energy in the inside of the legs, specifically the liver channel. So pressing the big toe down when we're in the standing position. The second point is a liver point on the groin, and I'll just show you that. So if we locate the pubic bone, and then come out a little bit, top of the pubic bone, and then out, then that's the groin point that we're focusing on, a liver point. And in the movement, our hands just stay opposite it. So another mental focus would be that area. And then the centre of the chest, we want to locate a point in the centre of the chest. No need to be completely anatomically correct, but somewhere in the middle of the chest. We turn the hands in a particular way, so when they come up to this point, they then turn so the fingertips are connected to the throat, then they turn again, so they're facing outwards, and then they push away. I'll just show you that again. So centre of chest, then fingertips to throat, and then they turn, still fingertips are at the throat area, and then they push away out to each horizon. So in terms of visualization, when we're pushing out, and at that point we'll be making the S sound, we're imagining that we're giving ourselves big space. So we're almost pushing our boundaries away so that we're left with a huge amount of space around us, so pushing, as if literally pushing on clouds or something like that. You can imagine that you're pushing thick air or mist away is a good one. So I'll stand up and I'll do 6 of those movements. So So standing easy and pressing the big toe down. When you're pressing the big toe down, just feel the energy coming up the inside of the legs there, up to that groin point that I mentioned. So mental focus. And then take the hands so the fingertips are facing, broadly speaking, that groin point again. Here's the movement. We shift the hands up so they face the center of the chest. Then they face the fingertips to throat. They turn, fingertips are still at throat. And then they push away as if a bird is expanding its wings, pushing away to each horizon as we sound the S sound. Right to the end of the out breath. And then breathing in as we go again. And then turning, so fingertips to throat, turning, pushing away on the S sound. Big toe down. Imagine fingertips to big toe, up the inside of the legs to the groin point, center of the chest, fingertips to throat, turn the hands and push away as if pushing on grey clouds, pushing thick air away. In terms of breathing, this is your longest out breaths. And so in actual fact, once you've got the movement, you're following the in-breath. So this movement is quite fast. So that's all the in-breath, and then this is the out-breath. And at the end of around 6 movements, we might just stand and reflect. You might find that saliva has built up in your mouth, in which case swallow it reverently. It's often referred to as an elixir. And so This practice is good for colds, if you feel a cold coming on, for moving phlegm from the lungs, for certain kinds of back conditions connected with cold. So it's great to do at the beginning of autumn when our immunity is needed. Thank you for watching.